Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky.
Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Check pass, check pass.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Switch gears. Yeah, switch.
On third down, Jackson. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check. Fresno. He's coming. We got double up.
Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch right, watch right, watch right. 24 is the mic. Get your swerve on. 24 is the mic. Here we go. Here we go. 49.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Switch it. Hey, switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, Jackson looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. He's at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, 58 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. His 2nd sack of the night. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Check safety, check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Open man there is Malone. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense.
On the ground, this is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Now Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Adrian Claiborne just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Raiders on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
45, Mike, 45. Here we go. Switch.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
Ready? Kill. Slash.
Bam.
Kill. Tighten up.
From midfield, here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run.
Locke will try again on second down. Open man here is Hamilton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now Locke. He's got Curse. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Denver.
Set, ready, 10-2 stop.
59. Double dog. That's the way.
Spin.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
60 or. Bravo.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 13 yards out, as his guys continue to pour it on. McManus's point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the toss, here's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Malone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 59 yards. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one?
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run it again with Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Echo, echo. 45 the mic, 45 the mic. I can't believe.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
You don't want to. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Now Williams. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. No. Off.
Again, it's Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Double tight. 4 down. Alert.
Here's Jackson. And able to complete it to Moreau. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Jackson. Catch made, it's Moreau. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
45's the mic. Watch the curl.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 40.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
They're on 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Play action. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They get it to him running left. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Broncos, it'll be a happy trip home as they...
Ladies and gentlemen,